many of you watching know that we are in a war right now? Ephesians 6:10-11 says, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against Satan's scheme." Now, I know a whole lot of people that are Christians. Okay, they claim that they're Christians because I can only go by what they tell me. But in today's society, everyone is a Christian. But check this. I just heard a brother ask a very relevant question not too long ago. He asked, if you don't want to follow Jesus and obey the Bible, then why do you want to be a Christian? That's a good one. I wish I could have came up with that one. Welcome to Strength for Today's Man podcast, Vol.142, On the Stairs. If you're here for the very first time, I certainly welcome you. I do this podcast anywhere in my home, studio, backyard, living room, stairs. You just might see anything fly by on the video. Y'all better buckle up because it's about to get bumpy up in here, I believe that today's Christians are weak and unprepared for battle. I know that people often think of war as glamorous until they or someone they know becomes a casualty. Now, I don't know them personally except the hardcore military-minded folk that think war is glamorous, because war is not glamorous. But I do know that spiritual warfare is a popular subject for movies, lectures, books, and preaching. And this is why I believe that today's Christians are weak and unprepared for battle. It's because many believers are so casual in their life in Christ. They end up being casualties of Satan's schemes because they're so casual. Make no mistake, whether they know it or not, all Christians are engaged in a genuine spiritual battle between two opposing kingdoms, heaven and earth. And those least in the know are often the first casualties of war. It was like during the First and Second World Wars, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, and the Afghan War. Many young men were sent out to fight in wars that they were not fully prepared to fight, and many of them died. They were casualties of war. Sadly, but many of you watching and listening to me right now will end up being spiritual casualties of war because you do not take this walk seriously. And one reason is you don't want to seem like a Jesus freak, a spiritual fanatic. But we can be freaky about everything else in life, an over-the-top sports fanatic. And no one says anything about that. They just chalk it up. Oh, he's a sports fan. Well, how come we can't be Jesus fans? Thankfully, Paul provides believers with a self-defense course in Ephesians 6. And I'm not going to charge you $99.95. Jesus equips us with 6 dimensions of our spiritual armor. Do you want to know what they are? Well, you ready? Come back to the next podcast and I will give them to you. This is what I call a cliffhanger. I told you, this is not your typical weekly Bible study, but you will get some biblical classroom information as we deal with our daily devotions. And I'm going to close it out with this. I hope you guys come back to the next podcast to find out what the 6 dimensions of our spiritual armor are. God, as I prepare for war, help me to be adequately fitted with the proper armor and weaponry. Help me not to be so casual in my Christian walk that I miss Satan's schemes. Help me to help others to see the importance of being ready at all times while on the battlefield. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to being here with you on the next podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the show with someone else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the wealth. Let them know that you're about to be equipped for war. Until next time, be blessed.